11 News starts with breaking news.
Breaking now, activists are calling for an external investigation into Pittsburgh police after an arrest at a Black Lives Matter protest over the weekend. Channel 11's Aaron Martin joins us live with the breaking details. Aaron?
And Gordon, those protesters want to see not only an investigation, but they want to see action after plainclothes police officers in an unmarked vehicle arrested a protester over the weekend. And since that has happened, there has been a lot of calls for action in this case. Now, in a news conference that wrapped up just within the last hour, the nonprofit group Black, Young and Educated called out city police and Mayor Bill Peduto for the arrest, claiming city leaders say they support those protesters, but are not backing it up with their actions. Now, this cell phone video from that protest Saturday went viral and led to Peduto calling for an examination of what happened, but activists say the damage has already been done.
We want change, we want justice, we want peace, we want accountability for the crimes committed from the Bureau of Police of Pittsburgh.
Now, that protester who was arrested, Matthew Cartier, is facing 3 separate charges, including disorderly conduct and failure to disperse. Now, in terms of him, we asked him as well as his attorney for an interview this morning. They both declined to comment. Now, new at 5, we're taking a closer look at not only how the city is responding, but how this could have a long-term impact on some police reform. Keep in mind, there was a task force that was just set up to take a look at this, and those recommendations are going to be due shortly. We're going to be speaking to one of those members about how this could impact those recommendations coming up at 5 o'clock. For now, we're live downtown. Aaron Martin, Channel 11 News.
Police in Peters Township are issuing a warning after getting reports of a man exposing himself in and around Peterswood Park. Officers are investigating reports that a man wearing loose running shorts, possibly in his 30s, has been exposing himself near the Arrowhead Trail. Anyone who sees the man or other suspicious activity is asked to safely get a description and location and call 911. New at noon, a 76-year-old woman who went missing last night at Ohiopyle State Park has been found safe. She was found just after 9 this morning near Cucumber Falls. The woman was with her daughter last night when they got separated. State police, park rangers, and fire departments canvassed Ferncliff Trail through the morning before finding her. The Trib reports she was checked out at the scene and did not have to go to the hospital. Breaking at noon, we have the latest numbers on COVID-19 cases in Allegheny County. The health department says there were 71 new cases reported as of yesterday. The new cases come from 944 tests taken between August 11th and the 16th. There are also 2 new deaths being reported, one victim in their 80s, the other in their 90s. There could soon be a new weapon in the fight against COVID-19, saliva tests. The FDA just gave emergency authorization for the testing method. Channel 11's Mike Holden explains how these tests could help health officials more quickly find positive cases of the virus.
It has been called a potential game changer in the ongoing fight against COVID-19. The saliva test can not only slash wait times, but also be much cheaper for patients as well as healthcare providers. Non-invasive and a major money saver. That's what health experts are calling the new COVID-19 saliva test. The FDA has just granted emergency use authorization for it. The saliva test offers a fast track to getting results that will meet high demand. The results can now be returned as quickly as 3 hours in comparison to the often lagging nasal swab, which in some instances has taken upwards to 2 weeks. The saliva test is also much cheaper, costing roughly $10 per sample. The NBA helped fund the development of the test. They are currently using it for non-symptomatic carriers of COVID-19. Experts with Allegheny Health Network say the testing would be used for asymptomatic patients trying to get back to work or school, but it can make a huge difference in flattening the curve.
This type of testing would have the potential to really, accelerate results back to patients. They could do a collection at home. Potentially, they could do a collection in the presence of healthcare workers by video.
I'm now asking health officials when we could see this type of testing coming to Pittsburgh. Plus, chatting with folks who say they would be first in line for the saliva test for Channel 11 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting from the north side, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
The Freedom Area School District is taking extra precautions after a football player might have been exposed to COVID-19. A letter sent to parents says there is no reason to believe the student athlete has the virus, but in order to make sure everyone is safe, football practice will be canceled all week. Meanwhile, COVID-19 continues to wreak havoc for the Pirates' schedule. Major League Baseball decided that the Pirates will not make up the lost weekend games with the Cincinnati Reds. The teams played on Friday, but Saturday and Sunday's games were postponed because one of the Reds had a positive test. All the Pirates' tests have been negative. Breaking at noon, Pittsburgh Penguins forward Evgeny Malkin is recovering from elbow surgery. The team says the surgery was on Malkin's left elbow and was performed at UPMC Presby. The Penguins haven't said why Malkin had the surgery. Recovery time is expected to take 3 to 4 weeks. A close call for a Beaver County family. An SUV went straight through their home, and there were people inside at the time. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer spoke with the family picking up the pieces in Beaver Falls.
A family is forced out of their home after an SUV plowed through their living room. They are thankful to be alive, thankful that they weren't sitting on this bench. Wild images captured the destruction from the inside after an SUV crashed right into this Beaver Falls home on 7th Avenue around 11 Saturday morning. Now it's boarded up with a hole into the basement and wreckage all around. The family who lived there now getting help from the Red Cross, wondering what's next, but thankful to be alive. We spoke with Lydia Hribar, whose son, his kids, and his girlfriend were inside at the time, but all upstairs and miraculously not hurt.
Yeah, they're very on edge, very. It's like they were actually traumatized, you know. They're thinking now, oh, what if our kids were there? They're thinking, how are we going to get through this?
Fire crews and first responders rushed to the scene, stabilizing the structure and helping the driver, too, who suffered a medical emergency, first hitting this sign, witnesses say, and then the home. Both the driver and passenger have minor injuries. And we also spoke with a neighbor who says her home was also hit by a vehicle earlier this year. Coming up tonight at 5, the neighborhood's call for help. Back to you.
Sunny and calm for most neighborhoods, but there could be a pop-up shower or storm. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier has the forecast now at Severe Weather Center 11.
Hi, Gordon. Yeah, it's a beautiful day out there. After the fog has lifted, we have sun and clouds and a temperature at 75 degrees and a calm wind. We started our morning in the lower 60s. Now we're rebounding the temperatures with the sun coming up to 75 in Indiana, 77 in Greensburg, 75 in Washington, and double sevens down south in Morgantown. If you have any plans this late afternoon or evening, it's looking fantastic, I think, weather-wise. There could be a spotty shower or rumble of thunder, but very few and far between. I'm going to show you my storm tracker maps to show you that in just a couple of minutes in my full forecast. But meanwhile, take a look at the temperatures. Up to near 80 today with 78 degrees at 7 p.m. and at 8 p.m., so it's still pretty warm. We are, however, in for a very comfortable and cool night ahead. I'll let you know how low the temperatures get tonight coming up. Gordon?
All right, thanks, Danielle. Decision 2020 coverage. The Democratic National Convention kicks off today. Some of the speeches will be taped, but most of the biggest ones will be live. Today's primetime speakers include New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, and former First Lady Michelle Obama. Here's NBC's Tracy Potts with what you could expect.
The Democratic National Convention starts tonight online, featuring former First Lady Michelle Obama.
And our broad message is there is room for everyone at the Democratic Party table.
Also tonight, Senator Bernie Sanders. He says he'll focus on the plight of American families.
You're seeing people who cannot pay their bills, who have no health insurance. What we are looking at is an absolute horror show.
On Wednesday, Senator Kamala Harris accepts the vice presidential nomination.
This is going to be a knockdown dragout, and we're ready.
Our new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll shows Joe Biden with a 9-point lead over President Trump. Tracy Potts, NBC News.
NBC News will provide special primetime coverage during the 4 days of the convention. That coverage starts at 10 o'clock tonight right here on Channel 11. An investigation is underway after a deadly ATV crash in Washington County. The coroner says Angelo Quarissimo was driving a side-by-side when he lost control and rolled over. It happened Sunday afternoon on Swihart Road in Cecil Township. It has been a dangerous year for ATV crashes. State police have investigated more than 100 ATV crashes so far. At least 5 people have died in the last few months. Troopers say several crashes involved children. Just last week, a 19-year-old was flown to a Pittsburgh hospital after a crash in Allegheny Township, Butler County. Officials say he was driving too fast for conditions and lost control. A lengthy hostage situation has ended in Texas after 3 police officers were shot near Austin. Police say a man took his mother, brother, and sister hostage in their home yesterday. Officials say the man shot 3 police officers who responded to the mother's call for help. 2 of the officers were treated and released from the hospital. The third had surgery this morning. He released his brother, sister, and mother this morning and then surrendered. House leaders are cutting their summer break short to come back to Washington to vote on a post office bill. This after 46 states and D.C. have been warned by the Postal Service to expect some ballots not to arrive in time to be counted. Our Washington correspondent Serena Marshall joins us from her home outside Washington, D.C. with the crisis surrounding the mail.
Mail delivery delays are already hitting everything from medication deliveries to Social Security checks. Democrats are blaming the president and his newly appointed Postmaster General, but they've expressed serious concern that these delays could extend into November as part of what they say is a deliberate attempt by the Trump administration to undermine the election. But President Trump said again this morning the agency has lost tens of billions of dollars over the last several years and that he's just, quote, making it good again. President Trump's appointed Postmaster General, a Republican megadonor who took over that role in June, has implemented cutbacks, eliminated overtime, and made other changes that are being blamed for those delays. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has called lawmakers back to Washington to vote on legislation that would roll back those changes and prevent any new ones ahead of the election. This morning, 2 Democrats in the House Judiciary Committee are calling for a criminal inquiry into the Postmaster General. They're accusing him of deliberately trying to slow down mail delivery service ahead of November's election to give President Trump an edge. Reporting from outside Washington, I'm Serena Marshall, Channel 11 News.
We all know restaurants are struggling. The new report showing how many local businesses have thrown in the towel.
Beautiful weather so far today. A stray shower is possible later on. I'll have my latest storm tracker maps when we return.
Everybody talks about creating a sense of normalcy. What else is normal than getting your school supplies?
Plus, how one local mother is making sure all students have everything they need to work from home this school year.
Groville Rehab has had more than 50 COVID cases in the last month.
It wasn't until 11 Investigates started asking questions that new numbers showed the jump in cases.
I was in total shock.
Watch Channel 11 News at 5 and 6 p.m. You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows, Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, and more. The hottest Pittsburgh sports topics with even hotter opinions. Halftime adjustments. Wednesday nights at 7:30 on WPXI now. Watch David Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
Teachers from across the state protested outside the governor's mansion Saturday. With masks on, they stood 6 feet apart as they called for more control in school reopening plans. The group thinks education problems can be solved, but only if decision makers start to listen to teachers. In a matter of weeks, thousands of students in our area will start the school year online, but some don't have all the supplies they need to be successful. Channel 11's Michelle Chavez shows us how one North Hills mom is trying to change that.
Kids still need supplies even for online classes, so one local mom decided to organize a supply drive. Now, one of the high demand items this year is a tool specifically for online learning.
The long I sound.
Jennifer Penrod is getting her 5-year-old ready for school.
I'm excited about my son starting kindergarten in a couple weeks.
But school's going to look different for many kids who are starting their classes online this year. And with COVID-19 putting a financial strain on many families, this mom took it upon herself to spearhead a school supply drive.
There's been a significant increase, which I think we've all seen, in people struggling with job loss and stress.
Jennifer's co-organizers say to put the need for basic supplies into perspective, just look at the increase in traffic at their food pantry since COVID-19 started.
Initially, when we started the pantry that we have, we were seeing 10 to 15 residents per week, and now we're serving in excess of 500.
When you're worrying about where you're getting a meal from, then to add on that your kid doesn't have pencils or pens to do their homework. Why can't we pull together to help to alleviate that?
Organizers say they got many supplies, $500 worth, before the supply drive even kicked off.
Every child should have the opportunity to have that box of crayons, right? Have that pencil, to have a great start and feel like they can accomplish anything with the school year.
And they say one of the highly requested items this year is especially important for online learning.
If you look, you'll see headphones here. Folks are online, they're at home with their iPads. The school provides iPads. The idea of having headphones is great because they can tune out the noise behind them.
But organizers say kids will still need some of the standard school supplies.
What else is normal than getting your school supplies, right? And that excitement of being ready to go back to school.
The organizers tell me all of these supplies will be available for pickup here at the Westview Hub during the first week of school. Reporting in the North Hills, Michelle Chavez for Channel 11 News.
There may be a laptop shortage as the new school year gets underway, especially for cheaper Chromebooks. Laptop maker Acer warns it's not even close to having enough Chromebooks for virtual classrooms. Reasons include a lack of inventory and shipping issues. Staples is launching its Thank a Teacher program. It lets you recognize someone who's made a positive impact in your life. From now through September 26th, you can nominate a teacher on Staples' website or by posting on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag #ThankATeacher. Staples will award 20 teachers $5,000 in gift cards to help stock up their classroom. Back to school plans vary from district to district. If you have questions about your district, we have the details up now on the WPXI News app. Just open our special Back to School section. Have your allergies been acting up? Ragweed pollen is on the rise, and experts say poor air quality and pollution is making it even worse. Ragweed pollen usually starts in mid-August and peaks around Labor Day. To fight those allergies, experts say you should keep your windows closed and shower and change your clothes when you come inside.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Quite the foggy start for some of us out there this morning. And in fact, in Pittsburgh, our visibility dropped to just 1/4 of a mile earlier this morning. Once the fog lifted, it has given way a beautiful sunshine out there. So grab your sunglasses before you head out. We'll be tracking a mix of sun and clouds for the rest of the afternoon. Into this evening, once again, you have any evening plans? For the most part, I think things are looking fairly good. I've been checking over some of our high-resolution and model data today, and it does show that any rain would be very spotty in nature, very similar to what we had out there last night, where places like Cranberry and southern Butler County were getting hammered with heavy rain. Meanwhile, the rest of us fairly quiet. You can see here our running forecast. We have temperatures that are going to be in the upper 70s through 7 and 8 o'clock, and the humidity shouldn't be too bad. So I will show you that humidity forecast in the next half hour. So I think it's looking pretty good for us overall. Check it out tonight. Look at the low temperature temperature down to 58 degrees. We're going to have light west-northwesterly winds under a partly cloudy sky. Also could have some patchy fog into the morning tomorrow. Right now, the model data does show that potential. Gray is less dense fog. More dense fog would show up in white. So just check back with us in the morning and you can see the latest visibility. Take a look at our forecast for tomorrow now. We have temperatures that are going to be, as I mentioned, kind of cool, below average in the morning and then warming to about 68 degrees at 9 o'clock. 1 o'clock temperature close to 80 degrees. 5 o'clock temperature also close to 80 degrees. So we look like upper 70s to low 80s across the board tomorrow. So if you're out doing a little biking, it'll be a better time to do it in the morning when it's a little cooler, but you can still get away with fairly quiet conditions in the afternoon as well, just a little bit on the warmer side. High temperatures across the rest of the area tomorrow, about 80 in Uniontown, 79 in Beaver, and 79 in Greensburg. Washington, you'll check in right at 80 degrees. Here's my latest storm tracker maps, and again, you're not going to see a whole lot on it. That's a 4 o'clock timestamp there this afternoon. Here's 7 p.m. Greatest moisture content and instability in the atmosphere is out across Ohio as well as along the I-80 corridor. So those are kind of the more favorable areas for a pop-up shower or thunder shower today. That's something we'll keep our eye on. I don't want to entirely rule it out for the rest of the area through about 11 p.m. tonight as our weather disturbance crosses the area. But again, few and far between. We are looking at this cooler weather and cooler compared to average, of course, as we head into this week. And we're going to gradually see a warming trend as we head toward the end of the week. But as far as the next couple of days, we have this dip in the jet stream that's going to allow this cooler air to kind of sink down to the south. And when you have temperatures and you have sky conditions that cooperate, that is, your temperatures at night can cool rather quickly. So that's what we're going to be noticing over the next couple of nights. Some calmer winds, some clearing skies, so that'll allow the temperatures to fall down into the 50s, and then we'll have that warming trend in the afternoons as we head into the end of the week. And your weekend is looking warmer as well, with mid to upper 80s, and that's when we're going to bring back another chance for some showers and thunderstorms.
All right, thanks, Danielle. A herd of goats will spend the next few weeks at Beechwood Farms Nature Reserve in Fox Chapel. The animals allow the Audubon Society to help control invasive species in a natural way. This is the first time they visited Beechwood Farms. The animals have been used in other parks in the area.
It's crazy because we were all wearing masks and we've all been so cautious and so careful.
An entire family recovering from COVID-19, the lingering after effects. And now that masks are part of our daily wear, some people are experiencing a new problem. What to do if your mask is making your skin break out.
Local nursing homes were hit hard by coronavirus. Channel 11 investigated.
Frustration tonight from families. More than 50 COVID cases in the last month.
I was in total shock and dismay.
Several families contacted me angry. It wasn't until 11 Investigate started asking questions that new numbers released yesterday showed the jump in cases.
If you would have done your story, my dad could have passed away and I would have never known.
Watch Channel 11 News every day at 5 and 6 p.m.
What's new?
What's now and what's next every morning
on Channel 11 Morning News.
It's a small price to pay to save lives, but it can definitely be a nuisance. We're talking about maskne. That's acne caused by wearing a face mask. Haley Pilot spoke to a dermatologist who says if this is happening to you, you're definitely not alone.
If your face has started to look like this from wearing one of these, you're not the only one.
Definitely an increased number of patients with maskne, especially areas that are kind of under occlusion, like the bridge of the nose and then the chin and cheeks definitely as well.
Dr. Chelsea Dugan with Paradise Dermatology says since masks have become our most worn accessory, more and more patients have come to her with acne in those areas.
We're breathing in them all day, so everything we breathe is kind of sitting right on top of that mask.
But Dr. Dugan says there are things you can do to reduce maskne and still keep your neighbors safe.
For the cloth mask, daily washing is really important. Take it home, wash it. If it's a surgical mask or like a medical grade mask, changing it out as frequently as possible.
And she says be diligent about your normal skincare routine.
Washing your face morning and night is really helpful.
And if you've noticed your acne flaring up during the pandemic, give yourself a break.
COVID has been stressful for everyone. And I think, stress definitely plays a part in the skin as well. So I think that's part of it too.
This is a great one to make.
Why student athletes say coronavirus has put not only their fall sports season in jeopardy, but their futures as well.
And I've got some pretty comfortable weather for us over the next couple of days. I'll show you our latest humidity forecast and another chance for some showers as we work our way to Tuesday.
On Channel 11 Morning News, we tell you what's new, what's happening now, and what's next.
New stories with new details.
Breaking stories, updated all morning. And developing stories to prepare you for what's next on Channel 11 Morning News.
When news is happening near you, Channel 11 is there.
Aliquippa, Coriopolis, Moon. We cover news everywhere you live.
That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, Butler. For news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Pittsburgh's Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
From India to South Korea and from Australia to New Zealand, countries around the globe are struggling to cope with a new spike in coronavirus cases. New Zealand has even postponed its election. NBC's Janice Mackey-Frayer has the developing details.
New Zealand had eradicated the virus back in June, and it was held up as a global success story. Now, an outbreak of cases in Auckland has prompted the Prime Minister to postpone elections there for 1 month so that people can abide by the restrictions and still be allowed to campaign. In Australia, the state of Victoria remains under a state of disaster. Lockdown was announced there earlier this month. No weddings, no gatherings. Schools have moved online as Australia today reported its highest single-day jump in its death toll. In India, there are questions now about the effectiveness of the tests that are being used in many parts of the country. These are rapid tests that are believed to be less sensitive and may be returning a high false positive rate. And in South Korea, there is another outbreak of cases that's being linked to a church. Church officials have denied it, but South Korean authorities say they're going to bring a criminal complaint against the church because gatherings have been banned. Of the 4,000 people who've been identified as visiting the church, 1,000 people have not been reached. Authorities say that more than 500 of them have not listed an address for contact tracing, and another 500 just won't answer their phones. Janice Mackey-Frayer, NBC News, Beijing.
A surprising sight in Italy. The Mediterranean cruise industry has set sail once again for the first time since the pandemic started. When passengers board, they have to fill out a health questionnaire and have a temperature check and swab test. The ship is using elevated sanitation measures and has added more onboard medical staff. But for cruise ships in the U.S., it's a different story.
It's really a tale of two cruise worlds right now. We're seeing the cruise industry start back up in Europe. It's getting a lot of cruisers excited, but it could be many, many months before an American can actually get back on the ship.
Last week, the U.S. cruise industry voluntarily extended a no-sail order until at least the end of October. Some cruise lines have gone further, canceling trips until December or even 2021. In case you missed it, the state health department removed 5 states from its travel advisory list for Pennsylvania. Iowa, Nebraska, Utah, Wisconsin, and North Carolina are no longer on the list anymore. That means you don't have to quarantine for 14 days when you come back from a trip to any of those places. 17 states, though, are still on the list, and you can find that information on the WPXI News app. There are more than 100 COVID-19 vaccines in development, and the U.S. military could play a big part in long-term success. For 100 years, scientists at the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research have played a major role in the development of vaccines, contributing to about half of all vaccines approved in the U.S. today. They're now looking at a long-term approach to the coronavirus. Their goal is to start human trials by the end of the summer.
I've just always had the dream of playing, college football. So, it would definitely hurt, but always got to have like a plan B.
Some student athletes say that their futures depend on fall sports, with some schools postponing them until next year. Athletes tell Channel 11's Gabrielle DeLuca they fear scholarships may be out of reach.
With the governor and the PIAA on opposite sides of the fence, there leaves so much uncertainty for the fall sports season in high schools for this upcoming year. We talked to some potential college athletes who say they just want the chance to play.
I've just always had the dream of playing, college football.
Nick Maher is still trying to keep that dream alive by continuing to train this summer as he enters his senior year at North Catholic.
It's definitely just frustrating, putting in all the work over these last 4 years to have a senior season and then not knowing if we're going to have it all.
He and so many other high school seniors across the WPIAL have yet to sign with a college, and we're counting on this fall sports season to get noticed. But as of last week, the season was put on hold. Governor Wolf recommended that sports not take place until at least January of 2021 because of the risk of COVID-19.
It's been really sad just because a lot of these kids, we've been preparing for this, and a lot of them are weighing on this season coming up.
Carson Laconi is in a different position and was hit hard after learning that there may not be a fall football season. He's only a junior and was hopeful to make a new tape to showcase himself to college coaches.
This is pretty much our life, you know what I mean? Football is I love football. And I feel like we should all be given the opportunity to play.
But no matter what year, position, or future plans, the athletes have one request to the governor and PIAA.
Just listen to the players and the coaches, I think. I mean, I think everybody knows the risks of if we do have a season, and I think most of the players and coaches are okay with that.
Gabriella DeLuca, Channel 11 News.
We know the PIAA is in talks with the governor and the state health department, and they're hoping to make a decision about fall sports by the end of the week.
Well, welcome back. If you are out and about today or you're planning on going for a walk later this evening, just keep in mind it's going to be warm out there, but the temperature should actually check in either at or just slightly below average with a high near 80. And then through 7 and 8 o'clock, we're still warm in the upper 70s. But once the sun goes down, we're going to watch those temperatures cool pretty quickly tonight. Here's a check of our dew point numbers. Upper 50s, a low 60s, anything over 60, it starts to feel a bit sticky out there. But I wanted to let you know we do have some comfortable air that will be building in for the rest of the day today. And this is our humidity forecast. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all feeling very comfortable out there. So we get to enjoy a pleasant feel to the air. Still to come in just a few minutes, I'll walk you hour by hour through my Tuesday forecast, which now includes just a slight chance of rain also. I'll have that for you coming up. Gordon.
A man was left homeless after a fire destroyed his Indiana Township home, and now an investigation is underway into how it started. You can see in these pictures there is nothing left of the house, which once sat along Little Deer Creek Valley Road. A police officer spotted smoke Saturday night and went to check things out. The man and his pet were able to escape, and the Red Cross is helping them out. 2 firefighters were hurt. One had an asthma attack, and one was overcome by heat. A van caught fire in the driveway of a home in Pine Township. Fire crews were called to English Road just before 2 this morning. You can see the white van with a ladder on top. The side badly damaged. No word on what caused the fire. Casino dealers wanted a new dealer school open today to help with the tables at the new casino at the Westmoreland Mall. 120 people are enrolled in the new course. It's hosted by the Westmoreland County Community College. Most of the class is expected to be hired by Live Casino Pittsburgh after they graduate. The casino is being built in the former Bonton space and is expected to open before Thanksgiving. A local bookstore is closing all 8 of its stores. Bradley's Book Outlet blames the pandemic and the viability of the malls. It's based out of Blahniks. Liquidation sales started Friday, but the stores will stay open through the end of the year. The bookstore in the Pittsburgh Mills is closing. This is one of several that are at that struggling mall that has been lost recently to closures. Earlier this year, anchor tenants Cinemark and J.C. Penney announced they would be leaving. And that's one of the many businesses that have been struggling. The new report showing how many have been forced to throw in the towel. On Channel 11 Morning News, we bring you what's new, what's happening now, and what's next.
That means our newsroom is always searching for new details and new stories. It also means breaking. If it's happening now, I'm on it, bringing you live updates from the breaking news desk.
Our crews know the mission, too.
We should get this on air now.
Brand new confirmed information, preparing you for what happens next. How will news stories, weather, and traffic affect your day?
What's new, what's now, and what's next every morning on Channel 11 Morning News.
When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Braddock restaurant owner is apologizing after posting a controversial photo. It compared Governor Wolf and Health Secretary Dr. Rachel Levine to Nazis. Over the weekend, he posted another message on Facebook calling the post ignorant. Robert Portogallo says he's sorry for offending anyone, especially in the Jewish community. He said, quote, "It was a post to make light of the heavy restrictions placed on the restaurant and bar industry." The director of the Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh weighed in, saying he knows this does not represent Pittsburgh.
I think that we need to continue to speak out when people say and do these types of hateful things.
In April, we told you when Portogallo posted a photo of himself appearing to mock Dr. Levine. He said at that time that his intent was to be funny and later apologized. Braddock's mayor says she wants people to know her community won't tolerate hate of any kind. Restaurants have been hit hard by the pandemic, and we are learning just how many local spots will never reopen. At least 739 businesses in our area have closed temporarily because of the pandemic, but a Yelp report says that 129 restaurants in Pittsburgh will never reopen. Restaurants made up the largest group of permanent closures. 46 other local shops and stores have also shut down permanently. On Friday, a group of restaurant owners opened their business to more customers, defying Governor Tom Wolf's orders. Al's Cafe in Bethel Park was just one of the restaurants taking part in the restaurant revolution. That restaurant was written up by the Allegheny County Health Department for allowing customers to sit at the bar and serving alcoholic drinks without food. Pepperoni lovers, brace yourself here. USA Today reports small pizza shops are paying more for the topping. The paper reports large chains like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, and Papa John's are not getting hit with price increases. That's because their prices are set in long-term contracts.
It's crazy because we were all wearing masks and we've all been so cautious and so careful.
An entire family recovering from COVID-19, the lingering effects, coming up next.
And we really need the rain. I'll walk you through our forecast for tomorrow, which includes just a little bit, and I'll let you know what the deficit is for our rainfall so far this summer.
You're streaming WPXI now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now. Channel 11 Morning News brings you what's happening now.
Kids will not be returning to the buildings. We have been tracking this from the very beginning.
What's new and what's next?
We will find out if a restaurant revolution will happen.
Count on Channel 11 News every morning. Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
An entire family from Ohio has been impacted by COVID-19. They did all they could to stay safe, but somehow the virus still found them. Monica Robbins reports.
When we first met Assistant Nurse Manager Jeff Wolf, he was working the COVID testing lines for Cleveland Clinic. At the time, he stayed away from his family for 3 months to avoid the risk of bringing the virus home. He reunited with them on Father's Day, but 6 days later, what he feared came true.
It's an awful condition, and I don't want anybody to take it lightly, and because you don't know how severe you're going to get.
It started with headache and fatigue. He knew to get tested and stayed away again while awaiting results, but it was too late.
As soon as I started getting symptoms, they just escalated really quickly.
Pretty bad dry cough. I did lose my taste and smell.
My head was hurting and I was getting body aches.
I had 12 days straight of fever. I probably had the worst case of the 5 of us.
The biggest fear was for oldest daughter Megan, who has a rare autoimmune disorder that requires chemotherapy. This time, she's the one who left home to stay safe.
It's crazy because we were all wearing masks and we've all been so cautious and so careful.
You never know what kind of illnesses other people have that COVID might affect them worse than you.
It's been a month since recovery, but the after effects linger.
Heat intolerant, winded faster.
Finding it very difficult to work for long periods of time.
Jeff hopes people learn to take these guidelines seriously. The next time, though, he's going to give up something else.
Within the next several months is to donate plasma. Hopefully some of my immunity that I may have now to go help others that may be really sick with this.
That was Monica Robbins reporting. Firefighters in Northern California continue to battle a wildfire burning on the border of Nevada. That fire is estimated at 30,000 acres with zero containment. This video was captured by a fire and rescue department. There are mandatory evacuation orders in place for at least 3 counties in Northern California. The cause of that fire still under investigation. And here's a situation firefighters don't normally find themselves in: fleeing from a longhorn bull. Take a look at that. Crews in Southern California were clearing the road so engines could get to a good spot to fight a wildfire, but the bull didn't take too kindly to the strangers. The Ventura County Fire Department posted the video on its Facebook page. According to the fire department, both the bull and the firefighters are just fine.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Well, have you noticed it? The sun is setting earlier and earlier. We are losing daylight. In fact, we've actually lost an hour and 23 minutes since the summer solstice back on June 20th. Right now, 6:33, our sunrise and our sunset at 8:13. Well, we do have that sunshine out there today to enjoy. 75 degrees. Our heat index only 75. That's the air temperature because our air is very dry. We have a calm wind. We are expecting to see that sunshine continue through this afternoon, and we're going to actually increase the amount of hours of sunshine as we head into the middle of the week. Our max sunshine right now per day, about 13 hours, 43 minutes. 77 in Greensburg right now. It's 75 in Washington, 79 in Beaver. After some morning fog, the temperatures have been heating up nicely, and we'll get close to 80 degrees this afternoon. As far as your morning planner for tomorrow, I do expect temperatures to be in the upper 50s tonight into early tomorrow morning, and then we'll go with about 62 at 6, 61 at 7 a.m. Could have some patchy fog around in the morning, which could limit visibility. We had some issues out there with fog this morning, and right now it doesn't look as widespread or dense, but we could still be dealing with that in spots, so just check back. For the daytime high tomorrow, about 79 degrees, winds west-northwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour, adding in a slight chance for an isolated shower for the day tomorrow. New data coming in this morning and this afternoon showing that there is that potential. Let me show it to you here on our storm tracker map. 7:30 in the morning tomorrow. Again, could be some patchy fog. That's that gray color you're seeing on our maps. We're going to give way to mostly sunny sky throughout the day, though, on Tuesday. The air is fairly dry on the forecast data, meaning that it's going to be hard for showers to develop, but there is still a chance because we have a weak weather disturbance that's going to be coming across the area. So you can see on this particular weather model, and also there's one other one that I've just checked out before walking on camera that actually does show a similar picture with a couple of showers moving in from the northwest in the afternoon. We'll keep our fingers crossed that we get it because we really need the rain. I know we've been talking about this for weeks now, but we're in abnormally dry to moderate drought conditions across our area. We've seen just about 7 inches, a little bit more than that, as you see, below average now by almost 3 inches of rain. The average is 10 inches, and this is actually looking back since June 1st. And as meteorologists, for climate data purposes, we look at June, July, and August as the summer months. You can see how it compares to last year's summer to date. We'd already had 14.82 inches, and we were above average by almost 5 inches of rain. So we've done a complete 180 for sure. 5-day forecast with the rest of your week and your weekend always in view. Look at how things warm up nicely in the afternoons as we head into the end of the week. Low temperatures, 50s over the next couple of mornings, so that'll be nice and refreshing. And then our weekend brings back another chance for some showers and storms with high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s.
Thanks, Danielle. The Steelers getting ready to put on the pads at Heinz Field. The impact of the next step at training camp. Right now, here's local Steals and Deals.
Lisa Robertson here with Local Steals and Deals, and this is one of the most popular ideas we have ever brought you. These are the Lotus trolley bags. Now, these are really cool grocery bags that allow you to be organized, efficient, carry things better, know where things are, not throw things away, throw things in the washing machine so you know where they came from. You get the idea. 4 amazing grocery bags, and here's how they work. Number 1, you're going to get this one, which is insulated. How great is that? You're also going to get one with sleeves and organization for eggs and a bottle of wine, because you know you're going to need that, as well as other things. You get 2 of the general purpose bags, but I just walk in the grocery store, right? Open it up, put it right in the cart. Now I have all 4 bags in the cart. Everything's organized as I'm picking it up and going, oh, the frozen food goes in the insulated. Oh, the eggs go here. And oh, the produce goes there. So now everything's organized. It's easy for me to see what I've gotten. It's easy for me to get in and out of the grocery store more quickly. And each of these bags carries up to 70 pounds. So when I'm going to my car, I put it over my shoulder. I'm supporting it with my whole body, not trying to be all the way out here. And I know what I have. I get it home easily, and I know where it came from. This isn't something where I'm walking in a store and I'm touching something everybody else. No, these are my bags from my house that came out of my washing machine. And how fabulous is that? By the way, right now my social life is pretty much limited to the grocery store, so I like to really look like a rock star when I go in. You should see the look on people's faces when I walk by with all 4 of these in my cart. They're like, whoa, what's up with her? It's awesome. These are one of the best ideas ever. You know you got a grocery shop. You know you want to be organized. You know you don't want to have a million extra things laying around. And you know you want to bring your bags to do it even better. Right now, if you go to localsteals.com, you can get these for 34% off. And by the way, they do great produce bags. You can find those on there as well. Great idea. Everybody needs it. I know you're going to love it.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coriopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon. When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Watch Catherine Amenta and Gordon Lesh on Channel 11 Morning News.
Another big step is coming as we get closer to NFL football. The Steelers finally putting on the pads this afternoon. Up until now, players were allowed to practice with helmets, but that's it. The Steelers will continue to hold this version of training camp at Heinz Field. There is no preseason games scheduled, so the only hitting the Steelers and every team in the NFL will get will be what they do in practice. Count James Conner among those not concerned about it.
No, we're not worried about it. We'll do the necessary things we need to do during practice to get ready. And, we'll be smart about it. I know what it feels like, to be in the game and get tackled and have contact and all that. So, we're not worried about it. It's the same for everybody. So as long as we be professionals, we'll be fine.
We are now less than a month away from Game 1. For now, it's set for September 14th against the Giants, the first game of a Monday night doubleheader. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.